house. That's what I love seeing along the way. Like, here's the sign, go this way, and they're just chilling, the dogs. How cute. It is warm today. We've already done 3 miles, and I think we're doing like 9, or I think we're doing almost 10 miles today. So we've done 3, and I think this one's a little bit more hilly. So, but nonetheless, beautiful, beautiful day. We just got another stamp, so we've been really motivated to fill up our passport to get all the stamps we can get, all the sales we can get. But yes, it's a beautiful day. It's like we're in the farmland. We're seeing a bunch of animals. We saw cows being herded in a line. That was cool. I've never actually seen that like in real life. There's all these doggies. It's cute. Here's another little town that we walk through. You can see a nice garden with kale and tomatoes over there. And yeah, we're just walking through. It's such a gorgeous day. The weather's perfect. But yeah, look at that. That is old. We were in the cornfields and we stopped at a little store. Of course we stop at the shop. Like we thought we were behind, but basically everyone from our group is here shopping. All these cute shells. Shells like the symbol of the Camino.
I like the bird.
Wow. Here comes more cows. Look at them. There's a lot of them. They're so pretty. When they say grass-fed, this is what they mean.
How do they know where to go?
I have no idea.
Is the name is a shepherd dog?
Yeah. Doggy.
Oh, that's the dog.
See, that was like a perfect capture of what we've been seeing. Just like a bunch of different animals all at once out of nowhere. Like the other day I was just taking a picture and all of a sudden I turned my head and there was a cow like right in my face. I didn't even notice because it was like a little bit higher, but that's what I love. It's just so chill. It's just nature. I get to see a different way of life. Pretty. Look at all the berries.
It's got like a fuzz.
It's just so beautiful. I think also because the trail wasn't that hard. Like it was a little incline, but it wasn't bad. And my calves cooperated, so that made a huge, huge difference. But I think we're reaching near that end. I see some bridge. I kept hearing this noise. We realized there's the bell that people have been ringing. Of course, like everything, there's always a finisher. So just these last few steps and we're there. It's so funny because I never ever have Coke. I can't even remember the last time I had Coke. But, or at least in the United States, but got it after the walk.
We're right there.
Muchas gracias. We just want to go on a nice little walk in the woods because it's so beautiful around the place we're staying. It's like super secluded. Of course we get lost. Now we're on the road. We talked to 2 families along the way, but we made it back. So that's an adventure.
Now, back home after the race in the New York City.
Morning, it is a new day and we're starting off our 9-mile walk. Hello, do.
Stage 7.
Yes. Day 7 of walking to day 8 of our overall trip. Let's do it. The beginning of the walk. Hello. On mile 7. So it's getting a little dark. See the clouds coming in. Lots of little drops, so it went away, but hopefully we can beat the rain. We have a few miles to go. And then lunch, of course. We just are stopping for a little coffee halfway through. Went to the bathroom, and now we're seeing outside it's pouring rain. So I think we have like another 2 miles to go too. So we did not beat the rain, and it's starting to rain a little hard now, but we have, I think, like a little less than 2 miles left. My dad didn't even bring his jacket. He left it on the bus. Didn't think he needed it. The trees protect us a little bit. Following the arrows. Still raining. It's all good. I think this is the town we're coming up on for lunch. Yep. We made the bus. We made it. Same time. Yeah, when it stopped raining. And we are back. We made it back to the hotel. Just got into my room. Feels nice to be back. Yesterday we came back. We had some time to chill, but I ended up going on another walk. But I think this time I'm gonna take a bath. I'm just going to relax. Probably maybe start editing a little bit and just like browse social media because I've had no Wi-Fi for some reason. I'm feeling very lucky. We have a great group. It's like a lot of eating, a lot of socializing, a lot of walking. So I feel like I'll just remember this forever. It's honestly so beautiful. I love Galicia because before this trip I've never been to the region of Galicia, and it's just like such a magical feeling here. I don't know, like so majestic, the woods, like just the way the light hits it. And even in the place that we're staying, it's a private owned, or no, it's a private old like palace, and it was owned by and it's been owned by the same family since 1620. So last year they celebrated their 400-year anniversary, and in 2018 they opened it up as like a hotel. So it's really only been open for a few years now. So I don't know, I just feel so lucky. It's just such a cool experience. I wouldn't experience most of the places that I'm visiting and all the local spots that they're taking us to in addition to the walk if I weren't on this trip. So it's just really cool. And like I said, feeling very lucky, very blessed, but also my feet feel very tired, but it's worth it, worth the pain. Just gotta walk through it. That's the whole Camino. You just have to take what the Camino gives you, right? It is storming so loud. I took oh my gosh, that thunder is so loud. I took a nice bath and a shower. So I feel all nice and clean and relaxed. But since the Wi-Fi doesn't work, I'm assuming because of the storm. Yep, that one. Now would be a good time to read a book, like with the rain and like the thunder. And I feel like a book just fits the vibe. It's just like very cozy. I'm tired, I'm clean. God, I don't even know if you can hear me over the rain because it's so hard. But first, to match the vibes, I feel like I might as well do some more self-care and do a face mask. This is the only face mask I brought. I know I did this like a week ago, a few days ago, I don't remember. I'll just do a small amount. It's raining so hard out. Today is such a beautiful day though. I'm trying to be quiet because I think the walls are pretty thin and someone's getting a massage next to me. All I need is like a cup of tea. Still have my mask on, but the rain is crazy. I can't even focus.
Here, last stage,
Stage, we made it. We went through all the hard parts. Now
20 more miles to go, last day. Oh, Liam, I'm taking off.
We stopped for coffee. We made it to our last walk, our last 2 miles, and it's like I've just gotten so used to walking every single day, like 10 miles. So this is like the last day of the walk. We're making it to Santiago today. We'll go to mass, and like it's like the end of the Camino. Like the whole point of the Camino is to make it to Santiago, where St. James supposedly brought Christianity to Europe. And so we'll be able to get our certificate saying we completed the Camino, because you're able to walk a certain amount to say that you completed the Camino. And yeah, that's what we did. So we added an extra day to our trip, to our tour, to go to Finisterre. So we're not walking. This is like our last walk day, but we still have one more day of our trip left, and then we'll make it back to Madrid. And then I'll be in Madrid for 2 weeks, and Troy will be here. So really exciting. This is just like a portion, big portion of the trip, but I'll still be in Europe for about a month longer. But just feeling so grateful. I'm gonna get my coffee and enjoy my last day walking, but definitely I'll share going into Santiago and all of that, because we have to go to mass. I haven't been to mass in forever, but mass is at 12, so we gotta make it there.
All right, Michael.
Heading up on the castle, or not the castle, the church in Santiago, and we're gonna go to mass at 12, and this is basically the whole reason of the Camino is we are here. So we rested until dinner, and this was actually our last dinner we had all together, and it was very special because we were able to experience a typical Galician tradition of queimada, which is a fire alcoholic drink, but it holds a lot of symbolic meaning, especially since this drink was derived from like the Celtic days of Galicia. But basically it is a alcoholic drink made with lemon peel, coffee, herbs, etc., and it's blown up in fire. And it's supposed to ward off the evil spirits. And it was super cool to experience it because we heard a lot about it. So we were very surprised when we saw this happening. And the taste was very, very strong. I was not able to finish it. And the whole joke is if you have more than 3, then that's like bad. Yeah, it was super cool to be able to experience the tradition of queimada. And then it was followed by a nice performance of the traditional Galician dancing and music. And we even got up to do a little dancing and music to make sure that the queimada powers perform. But it was very nice. Hi! So there's no more walking, there's no more Camino, but we added an extra day to go up into Finisterre, I think. So we're currently in a fishing town, Burros, and so beautiful. Like, it's a small little fishing village that we're in. So today it's more of like a traditional tour going around. We're having lunch that's supposed to be at a really amazing fish restaurant, which makes sense because everything is captured here and super fresh. So the first stop that we went to after visiting the small fishing village, we went to a viewpoint, and this is where I'm sitting. I did a little stretching, and it was so beautiful but super windy. And then from there we drove to a waterfall, which I was not expecting at all, but it was such a nice day, and there's people canoeing, and the water was so fresh and clear, and it was just such a nice day. This was the Izaro waterfall. This is where the river meets the ocean, and it was so beautiful. So then we went to our next stop, which was at the Finisterre beach, and I started searching for seashells in the sand, and I found some pretty good ones, if I do say so myself. But it was such a picture perfect day. The water was so clear and blue, and with the white sand, it was absolutely beautiful. I wish we were able to stay a little bit longer, but I'm glad we were able to see it. And then from there, we made our way to the once known as the end of the world, and we made it to the edge, and it's actually the very end of the Camino. And we really lucked out because it was such a clear day, and the guide was telling us that usually it's very foggy and it's not very clear, but we were able to really see everything. Really, it was just so clear and blue, and we could see how once then it was known to be as the edge of the world before the Americas were discovered. So super cool. So glad we're able to see it, because it's definitely not something that I know don't think that we would typically see if we weren't on this tour. So it was such a beautiful day. And then we made our way to have our last lunch, which was incredible. Throughout the whole Camino, after our long day of walking, whether it was painful or we had to get over a hurdle, whatever it may be, the way that we always came together and truly made our connections and made our memorable memories was when we sat down all together and had delicious food. And we would sit down after walking and have lunch for 2, 3, 3.5 hours. And it was just such a beautiful experience to be able to share with all the people that went through the same thing that you did throughout the whole day. And going to this last restaurant was truly just so special, even though we didn't walk today, but it was just such a symbol of the whole Camino. Is you get through your walking and you get through that day. In the end, you were able to celebrate it all together with the people that you went through it with, through beautiful meals. And I think that is just something that I will remember forever. And this whole trip really is something that I don't think can ever be duplicated. It was such a once in a lifetime experience for me, and everything was just so beautiful and something that I never expected for it to turn out to be. And I was just so glad that I was able to capture as much footage as I did, to be able to cherish and remember it forever, and also to be able to share it with all of you. So I hope that if you followed along for my Camino journey, that you have enjoyed it. But we have made it to the end, and there are plenty more travel vlogs to come, but this will just something that will forever hold special in my heart. And if any one of you ever thought about doing the Camino or now are interested in looking into it, I highly recommend it. It can be such a personal journey, and I think it's something that a lot of people should be able to experience. It's super beautiful, and like I said, it's just such a personal journey, and everybody takes something different from the Camino, which I think is what makes it very special. But yeah, this is the end, and there's plenty of travel vlogs to come, but again, thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely be back soon.